Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn how to merge multiple CSV files into single file by using Azure Data Factory. So that's going to be very easy and quick demo, but I would like to also explain a few things. If we have different columns, what will be the behavior? So let's just stick around and take a look. Here we have our Azure portal, and one of the blob storage is a TechBrother blob storage. Now this blob storage has some containers. One of the containers called input. Input container has 3 files as of now, and it's called Total Sale Asia that contains records for Asia. So let's preview this, and you can see that the region is set to Asia. There are 4 records. Now let's go to Europe here and preview the data as well. So we have data for Europe. There are 3 records. And then what we have North America data, and this file contains the data related to the North American region. So you can see right there. So there are total 4 records. So total 11 records in all these files. Now what we would like to do, we would like to merge these files. So if you notice here, all these files have the same columns, and that's how the merge is going to work just fine. If you have different columns, we are going to show you what's going to happen. So that can lead you to miss I don't know, that can actually lead to the garbage data or very wrong data, in cases. So I don't recommend files having different columns. You want to merge it here. If that's the case, that you would like to do probably data flow transformation or activity, and that's where the best way to go from there. You can union in there, and all those kind of different options are there. Okay, with the copy activity, we are going to create one file from these 3 files which has the same column list. Now we are going to go back here, go to Azure Data Factory, and here we go to the pipeline. Now in the pipeline, what we are going to bring copy activity. Now go to copy activity, go to source, and here select new data set. Select Azure Blob Storage, and then select delimited text. Now select a new linked service, and here provide your subscription, and then provide your storage account. Test your connection and create your linked service. Our linked service is ready. Now we are going to go to our container level, and that's our input. If you notice here, I'm not selecting any file here. So just leave this one as it is, and you can say first row has a header, yes, and select none here. Hit OK. Now what we are going to do, we can just simply come here and say wildcard file path. Click right there, and it means from the input container, read all the files. Asterisk is already present there. So this is done, and we now need to go to the sync. In the sync, I'm going to go to new. Here I'm going to select Azure Blob Storage. So in your case, you maybe have a Azure Data Lake 2 or whatever. So that's not, it doesn't matter. And you're going to say Azure Blob Storage here, and then you're going to go to the delimited text, and then we will be going to the linked service. I'm going to use the same linked service because I have different containers in the same blob storage. I'm going to click right there and go to the output container. Hit OK. And now, yes, first row has header, none is fine. And now I will come back here in the sync data set. Here I will go ahead and provide the file name. So total file combined, or whatever you want to name it, you can name it .csv. So this is all good. Now if you want to make some changes, like you want to have a column delimiter or maybe pipe delimiter and all that, you can always come here and change it. In my case, comma delimiter is just fine. Row delimiter, you can make changes, and there are tons of other things you want to change. Null values, if you want to do something about them, that can be used as well. So make a note of these all different options available for you. Let's go to the pipeline again, and let's execute. It's in a copy must merge file sync is okay. So that's what one of the thing we need to do, because we're creating this demo for merge file, right? So we need to go here, and in the sync and in the copy behavior, we need to tell merge files. That we totally forgot. So that's where it is gonna merge those files. Okay, that's good. Now let's debug. Our pipeline has been completed successfully. Let's go ahead and click right here, and you can see that it read 3 files and it created only 1 file. That's great. So it read 11 rows and has written 11 rows as well. That's good. Let's go back and take a look here. Now we are going to go to the output container, and here is our total sale combined.csv file. Click right there, and now we can preview the data. So if we preview the data, and here you can see that in the region we have Asia, North America, Europe data, and that looks fine. Now the preview does sometimes comes with that percentage signs and all that. Don't worry about that. So it is just wherever I believe, I don't know if it is a blank value or something, but our data looks just fine if I open in a CSV for editor here or download and open it. So this is just fine. Now this is all good here, and you have seen that we have created our file. Now let's experiment. Now we are going to go back here and then go to the blob storage here, and I have input container. Now in the total sale Asia, what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to remove pretty much everything and just leave a first name, last name. So if you see there, I have ID 100 and then salesperson first name, Amir test, Shehzad test. So this is the data. Now you see that what I have three files. One of the total sale Asia, we have totally messed up data here and has only three columns. Also, let's go ahead and okay, leave this column as it is because this column does match with the existing other column names in other files. Let's experiment this first and then we will go for next. So now if I will go ahead and execute my copy activity, it's gonna run, but the result could be very unexpected. So I try to experiment and see if I can come to some conclusions and drive some results, but honestly I'm not able to drive any results like what type of file is gonna create. So anyways, go right here, go to edit now and take a look. See what happened, it took these three columns only, and then it has the data only 9 values. So right here, see, this is our data right there. So this is coming from other files. So we have this data is coming from other file, but that is I don't know, it's not gonna work exactly like that every time. So now this was the first file I made the change. So now a few of the things I was noticing, if I make some changes to the file, whichever the file that the latest update was done, those columns are taken. So region and country. So in this case, I added a country here, and now I'm going to go ahead and say USA, and here USA. Okay, so let's save this. And now we go ahead and execute our pipeline again. So as I was telling you, I spent like an hour experimenting, and honestly I could not figure out one right way saying like, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. So I will suggest you don't experiment here a lot. If you want to experiment, I mean, it's a good thing, but with my findings, sometime you see that the few columns came just fine because only it took 3 columns from all the files. But in the last I was not actually creating the video at that time, but I was experimenting by myself. So then at that time it had different issues. So it's saying okay, there are duplicate columns. Okay, so those it find. Remember that we have created all extra column in this file. In the North America, we have created a country, right? So I'm going to go ahead and instead of country, I'm going to call it a country new. Okay, so that should do it. Now let's go ahead and debug. Okay, this got completed successfully. Let's go to the output file and then see what we have. So now you see that that's what I was talking about. So right here, if I made the changes to the file, that's the column names are taken from that file. If that would be consistent, I will say yes, but then experimented more in offline. So then it was not consistent. So in this case, if we made the changes to the file, the last modified file, the column list is taken, and then data is present for there. So you can see right there, this is the data coming from our Asia file, and for the rest of the column is put blanks. So I will suggest you just don't believe in this one, just creating file one time and saying like, oh, it's working great. So you might have a scenario where somebody come tomorrow, and now if they will go back here and in the input, now if I will go in the Asia file, right? So let's say I went to Asia and I said this is a new column, right? So I'm expecting like next time it should take all the columns from here. So I'm not sure if it will do, because last time I tried those kind of things and it was not persistent, or it was not giving me the results every time, the same results. So I'm not gonna buy that like, oh, the last modified date file information will be taken as a header information, and then everything is going to work. Because I spent almost 2 hours experimenting this. So my 2 cents are merge the files which are having the same list of the column. That will be easy, and it will be work as expected. So I'm going to go right there and show you the results here. And now you see that this is the file it took. So that the one last modified file column name, that's what it has taken, and then the rest of the data is coming from the this is actually data coming from there, and then this data is coming from the other files. And also, if you notice here, as this is new column, and it took the product name from other files and they put under this is a new column. So it is not like if there is no value, this column is not there in the North America and the Europe file. So instead of putting nulls here, it has brought the next value that was a product in those files. So I hope these different experiments help you out to understand this one and learn how to merge multiple CSV files into single file in Azure Data Factory copy activity. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.